From Neural Newscast, this is Prime Cyber Insights, intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision makers.
Welcome to Prime Cyber Insights. We are tracking a fundamental collapse in the vulnerability management window as AI-driven exploitation hits industrial scale.
Joining us today is Chad Thompson, a director-level AI and security leader with a systems-level perspective on automation and enterprise risk. Chad, it is great to have you.
Chad, we are seeing reports that Anthropic's Claude Mythos identified over 10,000 critical vulnerabilities in a single month. When attackers use these same tools, the window between disclosure and exploitation is now measured in hours. How does a traditional security team begin to compete with that speed?
It is a complete shift in the physics of the industry, Aaron. We have moved from a world of manual research to one where AI industrializes the discovery and weaponization of flaws. For defenders, the bottleneck has shifted from finding the problem to approving the fix. When an attacker can reproduce an exploit in under 4 hours using a large language model, our human-centric change control boards become the primary point of failure.
That operational lag is showing up in the data, Aaron. The 2026 Verizon DBIR notes the median time to patch has actually increased to 43 days. Chad, is telling teams to simply patch faster becoming a meaningless directive given the uptime and stability requirements in enterprise environments?
Exactly, Lauren. Telling a CISO to just patch faster is like telling someone to be taller. It ignores the reality of production stability. The gap between an 8-hour exploitation cycle and a 43-day patching cycle is where the compromise happens. We have to move toward a model of autonomous mitigation, deploying temporary targeted controls like W-AF rules or API restrictions immediately upon validation to buy the time that safe patching requires.
That validation piece is critical, Lauren. We are seeing more noise, like the Miasma supply chain attack, where a Red Hat employee's GitHub account was used to poison NPM packages. Chad, how do organizations filter these high-volume threats to focus on what is actually exploitable in their specific environment?
It requires an attacker-led perspective. You have to ask, is this reachable? Is it exploitable in our specific configuration? In the Miasma case, the malware was looking for cloud identities and Kubernetes secrets. If you cannot autonomously validate your exposure within the first hour of a campaign like that surfacing, you are essentially just waiting for the incident response call. You need clarity on what the attacker sees, not just a list of CVEs.
Beyond the technical flaws, we are seeing AI itself become the vulnerability, Aaron. Meta had to push an emergency patch after hackers tricked their AI support bot into resetting Instagram passwords by simply asking it to link a new email address. It is a stark reminder that as we add AI layers to reduce friction, we are often bypassing established security guardrails.
It is not just support bots. The Miasma worm also injected hooks into Anthropic's cloud code and VS Code tasks to ensure persistence on developer machines. We are seeing a concerted effort to weaponize the tools we are using to build the next generation of software.
Which brings us to the future of defense. Dark Reading's 20th anniversary analysis suggests we are moving toward microspheres and interconnected security fabrics. Chad, what does an AI-native security architecture look like 5 years from now?
We are moving toward hypersegmentation, where every business unit has its own risk-profiled microsphere, Lauren. Instead of a single firewall, you will have an orchestration layer of autonomous agents. One agent identifies a behavioral anomaly in an identity system, while another checks device posture and a third evaluates traffic patterns, all in real time. We are finally moving from assumed breach to dynamically tuned resilience that moves at machine speed.
The takeaway is clear, Lauren. The patching cycle is broken, and autonomous mitigation is the only control that operates in the same time frame as AI-driven exploitation. We need to focus on visibility and speed of validation over the goal of immediate, perfect remediation.
This has been Prime Cyber Insights. For more on these stories and our full briefing notes, visit pci.neuralnewscast.com. This program is for informational purposes. Always consult your security team before making infrastructure changes. We will see you in the briefing room tomorrow. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
This has been Prime Cyber Insights on Neural Newscast. Intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision makers.